What's doing? We have a Sandy 78. That's right, we have Jamin's 78 series, which is a cruiser troopy version. So same as a 79, same as all those other things, but this one's actually the wagon in the back. So same driveline, lots of the gear, but this is a 78. The guys at Fat Pipes has already fitted up the turbo back exhaust system. I've already run a basic tune in it to suit that, and it's made some power, 104 kilos, something we're going to have a look in the dyno in a second. And now we're going to do some plus 30s, we've got an intake pipe from GSL, and we're going to do some custom cool things for this tune. So here behind me on the screen, you'll see we've run the car up. I said this is just a basic tune. There's no extra power in it, no extra boost in it, no extra fuel in it. Basically just to suit the exhaust. So we have 105 kilowatts and 357 newton meters of torque. Pretty generic for a Landcruiser, really. It's all the same sort of thing. But over here we have some goodies. We have some plus 30s to go in. So injectors aren't too bad on these newer ones. The older ones can be a bit of a pain. You've got to pull the rocker covers off. Newer ones, we just got to undo some bolts, holding it in, undo the return rail, undo the feed, and we pull the injectors out. So I'll get stuck into that. I might do a bit of a time lapse on this side so you can see it, and we'll get them ripped out and new ones in. All right, so I've got the plus 30s in. We've got the calibrations all in, so every injector I have to calibrate into the ECU. So I've put all those numbers in. So we've got all that done. We've got pilot learning done as well, so it'll idle and know where it's going on with everything. And now let's let it warm up and we can start playing with the tune. So we did a bit of a baseline run there with some basic info in the ECU there. So now I know where we're at, what we're going to play with. So I'll spend a little bit more time now doing this tune and I'll get straight back to you.
A few inches later.
Not so bad. We've got 130 kilowatts and 510 newton meters of torque. 37-inch tyres with with just an exhaust and a snorkel. It's not bad, but maybe we should have a look and see what else we can do. Oh, that's cool. We just picked up another 40 odd newton meters of torque and another, what's that numbers there? 17 kilowatts? Yeah, not so bad. I think we've got more in this thing still. All right, so we got a little bit more out of it again. Is there more? You need to ask yourself, is there more out of a Landcruiser? I don't know, let's just have a look up here first. So we have the factory 104, 105 kilowatts. We've got a little bit of a 131 jump, then we've got a 148 jump, then we've got a 165 jump. Now we're cracking almost 600 newton meters of torque here. You can see the curve's really, really good and we're making heaps of torque. Our temp here at the moment is about 21 degrees, so it's a little bit cool inside. So on a hotter day, it'll probably make it a little bit more. But Speaking of more, surely there's more. Jarvis, is there more?
There's always more.
Is there more?
There's always more.
There's always more. There's got to be more. Let's have a look.
But there's more.
Let's have a look here. What we got around here? Not bad.
It gets better.
Oh, you want it slower? We can do it slower. But it's fast as well. But you want more? Do you want more, Jarvis?
There's still more.
Well, how about we do this one? But do you want more? You gotta say yes, Jarvis. There's always more. Let me change the screen on my dyno and I'll show you what else we can do. All right, so you can see there that negative 2.7, that's our manifold pressure. But let's see if we can have a look here.
I know you want more.
How's a launch control sound here with a hard limiter at 22 grand in valet mode? How do we do all this? Come over here, let me show you. We have a switch, that's right. We now are doing the map switching for Land Cruisers. We have 6 different modes and they all do different things. And we can change everything all through this to suit. And there's a cool bit of kit.
This is truly an amazing offer.
That's right, we're now doing map switching for Toyota Landcruisers. We are going to be looking at other models as well. We've worked this one out, so let's have a look at the other cars as well in the future. I've got a list of cars that want to come and see me for it. But what we have is map switching with 6 different maps. Well, 3 different maps, but we have your stage 1 tune, which we're going to basically call like your tow tune, your cruise tune. It's a little bit lighter on the fuel, so you can just cruise down the highway and have good fuel economy out of it. The stage 2 tune, we call it, is you're a little bit more power out of it. And then we've got the stage 3 tune, which is balls to the walls, sooty boy. And then after that, we have that stage 3 tune with a hard limiter. And then we can go back the other way and we have the valet mode, or what we'd like to call a launch control mode. So basically you can hold that thing, it'll make 10 pound and you can drop the clutch and have some fun with it. But at the end of the day, it's just a bit of a fun factor. Don't recommend if you're gonna break your axles or gearboxes like Mac. And then in the last stage, we have the Lope tune, and we have that customizable as well from a slow to a fast. So we've got a bit of maps changing going on there. I've got a sticker coming from that switch. We're just going to work with Jamin, the owner of this truck, on what he wants to see and how he wants to look. But we think we're a cool looking switch. It works really well. The map changes are all there. You can do it on the fly. And this is taking me a little bit of time to get it nutted out. The Hilux has been put on the back burner for a little while, trying to get this thing nutted out. Really appreciate Jamin. Let me have the car for as long as I needed it. I've given it back to him on weekends to test it and fault find for me and make sure he's happy with it. A couple of things he wants me to look at and change, so we've done all those. He's super stoked with it. He did a trip down to Byron, or down south somewhere anyway, and got 50 Ks per tank better on the fuel economy already, and that was prior to me fixing some more things in it to tidy it up at tune. So if you're looking for one of these multiple stage tune kits, give me a yell, we can do them for you. I do have stickers coming. It's going to be a cool little thing. I don't know, I'm lost for words at the moment. We're stoked, it's super cool, and we're going to start punching these out into other model cars, not just Toyotas, we're going to look at other models as well. So if you have a car that you want multi-stage tuning on, hang 5, we're working on it, it's coming, but we should have some cool stuff coming through soon. Well, that's it from us. Land Cruiser's done, ready to go to Jamin. He's then off to Fraser for the week. So if you like all this sort of stuff, let us know. Hit a like, hit subscribe. Let us know what else you want to see, what sort of cars you want to get done. If you want your car tuned, you want multi-stage mapping, let us know. We're working on different models, but for the moment, we're definitely tuning them. But we're definitely going to be working on some different makes and models, not just Toyotas. I'm going to be playing with obviously my Hilux as well, but we're going to my old Navara and a couple other things up our sleeve. So make sure you stay tuned, hit that like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.